Megan Lynn here, Spiritual Empress. Happy weekend, Bichachas. I hope everybody's happy, healthy. They're enjoying the weekend because y'all Mondays suck, but I hope everybody's happy and healthy. Today I'm going to be doing a very specific request from somebody to do a video on Moon in Libra. So if you guys would like to hear about specific things, spiritual woo-woo stuff, if you'd like to hear about astrology, your sign, anything like that, just drop it in the comment box below and then I will upload it as soon as I can. This was just, I thought, a very specific one for Moon in Libra. So I'll jump into that. Also, if you guys would like to book readings with me, cards, charting, anything like that, just email me. My email is wmegan939@gmail.com, and then just shoot me an email. Let me know if you want charting, astrology, you know, whatever it is. I kind of do a lot of jack of all trades here, okay? So just go ahead and email me and we'll get it scheduled and, you know, see what works for you guys. But I guess I'll just jump right into Moon in Libra. So Libra is an air sign. It is the cardinal air sign. So Libra is an intellectual sign. And they're also cardinal, means they start things very quickly. They don't always finish them, but they're very good to have around, like another like fixed sign or immutable sign, because they are good at getting things going. Now with your moon sign, if you guys look up your moon sign, and again, I'm just gonna go through my experience on people that I know with Moon in Libra. Mine's in Virgo, so like my experience is pretty dead on because I'm very analytical, but if there's something I left out and you are a Moon in Libra or something you don't agree with, please drop it in the comment box below, so that way you can give more people more insight to it. Again, I'm just giving my experience, and it's not really my experience because I don't have that moon. So if you guys know anything better than me or anything you want to add, please drop it in the comment box below. But okay, so Moon in Libra. The moon is your emotional needs. So regardless of whatever your sun sign, your ego sign is, the moon is your emotional needs. So you could have a sun in Aries and a moon in Libra, and that means that even though you are in Aries and outwardly you act more Aryan, your moon could be like a very sensitive sign to where your emotional needs can be almost completely different from your ego sign sometimes. So with Moon in Libra specifically, I'm gonna give some pros, maybe a couple cons. We all have them, y'all. We all have our shit. So I'll get into it. Moon in Libra, their emotional needs. So Libras are, I have to say, Libra energy is the most sensitive of the air signs. So that's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, okay? They're the most, I call them the romanticizers, okay? Libras, in their ideal world, it's gonna be an agrotopia, okay? Like, they love beautiful things, they love art, they love music, they like exploring, they just like peace in general and enjoying themselves. When your moon is in Libra, that brings in a whole set of different emotional needs. Yes, you're gonna have similarities with Libra, but it's gonna be a little bit different. So if your moon is in Libra, there's like a couple things. With the moon in Libra, you guys will find kind of like Libras are very, if you get into a relationship, and I'm gonna go off romantic relationships here, with the moon in Libra, one of the really good qualities about it is, and everybody always says like the Libra card is the justice card, okay? It is the scales. Libras are can be very quick, can be very analytical, you know, they are an intellectual sign, but they are very much concerned with keeping the peace. So if you're in a relationship with one, more than likely, the cool thing about them is that they can see both sides to a coin. Or what I like to say with Libra energy is that they can see like 1,000 sides to a coin. So you will have they can be very loyal partners, but you're also gonna have somebody that's also very objective. So what they'll do is they're not typically going to just try to communicate an emotional need and just take their side. They're willing to hear that other person out. That is a very good quality that a Libra moon has, is that they're willing to look at both sides of things and then form their own conclusion about like how it should end or what the solution is to the problem. So that is one really good quality about them. They are a little bit more emotionally charged. So with Moon in Libra, probably your best combinations with a Moon in Libra specifically would be more of like an emotionally charged sign, like a Moon in Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. That's probably going to be your best because they also have conversations that get a little bit emotionally charged. Libra is one of the air signs that does get a little bit more emotionally passionate. So that's why their best moon combination is probably going to be somebody with a fire sign moon. And that is one of the downsides to being a moon in Libra, is that with the moon in Libra, they are very objective. They can see all sides of the argument, all sides of something, but their emotional needs kind of change based off of, they're always taking in new information and considering different viewpoints. And for a moon in Libra, that can actually become very confusing for them. So it actually is a little bit of like a mental hindrance, is because they're always kind of, their truth is always evolving and they're always seeing new sides to things. So they may have one idea one day, but again, they're like, I call them the hippies, okay? Like they just go with like whatever flights their fancy, okay? So a lot of times what happens is they can see so many sides to an argument that they can actually rationalize stuff that isn't to rationalize, and they can form things that, I don't want to say this in a mean way because I don't, because being smart's that can be a curse sometimes, okay? And Libras can be very, very smart, okay? But what it does is it actually hinders them sometimes. So if they're getting into an argument, more than likely, they're going to actually be pretty direct with you and they're going to approach you. Again, it's an air sign. They are going to approach you with it, but it's going to be a little bit more emotionally fueled. So if you don't have an emotional moon, these aren't going to be as progressive kind of confrontations because they're emotionally charged. And like if you have like an earth moon or something like that, to an earth sign, they're just like, that don't make sense. Like what you just said doesn't even make sense. But what they can do, and this will get them into trouble, is Libras their whole goal really is to try to keep peace in their environment. They want peace in their home. They want peace with their friendships, things like that. But they are more sensitive. So what they will do is they do get very sensitive if you are too direct with them. And they do have a tad of a bitchy side to them, okay? They do have a tad of a bitchy side when they do decide that they're passionate about something. So if you stomp on their flowers that they're showing you, they will like freaking attack, okay? Now the thing with that is if they feel like they're in the right, so they can be very objective. However, when a Libra creates this whole like, well, it could be this, they come to their own conclusion and then they decide what their own conclusion is and they're passionate about it, they can actually take all that reasoning and create a justification for whatever it is that they're backing. And it's whether it's right or wrong. I have a lot of people that I know that have moon in Libras, and when they argue, I'm just like, dude, that doesn't even make sense. Not to say somebody with high air energy isn't necessarily gonna do things the way that everybody else does, because it doesn't work for us like that. But a Libra can also do naughty behavior and justify that naughty behavior with all those other little like nuggets that they're taking into consideration. So the thing with them is they can actually create more conflict in an argument from not just staying on task in the argument and from thinking too much. Again, it's an over-analyzing kind of placement, plus it's fueled by passion and emotion. So I hope that shed a little bit of light on it. I have a lot of like Libra energy around me, but the Libra moon I never understand. If you do offend them though, it's very cutting, okay? The Libra moon, once it's something they're passionate about, they're very, very, very stubborn. And you wouldn't think that they're that stubborn because they are a cardinal air sign, but they're very, very stubborn. And if they feel like you're not part of the agrotopia or the dream, or you're not feeling the flowers, okay? They do have a very high tendency to just shut down. So whether that's blocking communication, they don't agree with you. A lot of the times what they'll do is if they don't agree with you and it's just straight logic and they're kind of using logic, but then they're twisting it to their benefit and they don't agree that you don't agree, like what they'll do is they'll probably like 8 times out of 10, they're either just going to end the conversation and come back later when they're not upset anymore, or they're just gonna like cut you off. And it's very weird to me because it's always like, Libra is peace and love and vibes and whatever, but then like when you finally like get them. It's actually easy to really hurt their feelings. And they do have, like I said, it's a bitchy switch. So I hope that helped a little bit. I wasn't trying to be mean. It's more like satire. It's more like a funny kind of video, but hope that shed a little bit of light on it. Just doing quick videos for these. But yeah, if you guys want to hear about any more, that was just a blip it. Please drop comments about what you want to hear about so I can keep creating content. And then